Hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody? Good morning. It's a beautiful good morning. It's a beautiful day here. And it's just about 6 o'clock in the morning. And it's a holiday in Canada. It's an official holiday in Canada. We are celebrating what we call a Canadian Thanksgiving, which is a time period in fall where Canadians are grateful are grateful for the many things that have happened to them, for good harvest, for a beautiful year, and for every good thing that has happened to them. So Thanksgiving is generally a festival of Thanksgiving, and it's celebrated in North America. So US will be having theirs next month, but the Canadian Thanksgiving is this weekend. So we are celebrating our Thanksgiving holiday today. It's a holiday here. Now, this morning, I wanted to come to you with a message that I believe has personally changed my own life, and then a message that I think somebody needs to hear. I don't know who this message is for, but I believe someone has to hear this. Yesterday, Thanksgiving Sunday, I decided to go fellowship at a different church by visiting them for the first time. And the pastor is a Nigerian, so there are a lot of Nigerians who go there. The name of the church is Royal House. It is located in the city of St. Catharines in Ontario. So I went there with my daughter yesterday to go and visit. Now, the man of God, very respectable man of God, Pastor Dr. Dayo Adeyemo, he preached on the subject of healing. He preached on the subject of healing. And when he started, he said, for you to fully understand the subject of healing, you first need to understand what it means to be valued by God. You need to understand what God's creation is valued like, okay? In other words, for you to be ready to receive God's healing, you first need to understand how much you are valued or worth by God. And he talked about a lot of things just before even going into the subject of healing. He talked about what self-image is. He talked about what self-worth is. He talked about what self-esteem is. 3 things: self-image, self-worth, and self-esteem. What is self-image? It is the image we have on the inside of us, okay? In the inside of us, within us, our spirit, our soul, which is a reflection of how God created us. Self-image is the image we have of our inside being, just as it is, or just as God intended it to be. So self-image is not about our physical body. It's not about my beard. It's not about my eyes. It's about the inside man, my inner man, and how God intended it to be, or how he created it to be. And then when you begin to understand your self-image, the value that you put on that self-image is what is called self-worth. How much are you worth? It depends on how much you understand your inside person. The value that you put on the inside man is called self-worth. Now, and then the way you feel about how you see your inside, the way you feel about how your inner man is and how much is valued is called self-esteem. Wow. These things that are deep, Self-image, self-worth, and self-esteem, how we feel about ourselves on the inside. Self-esteem. The man of God talked about all these, and I thought it was great. It was a great foundation for him to talk about healing. Today, I'm not talking about healing. I just want to pick an aspect from that and then speak on it. And then this morning, I like to wake up very early in the morning to do my devotion. So this early morning, as you can see from my eyes, I woke up not too long. I woke up and I was doing my devotion. And just in the middle of my devotion, something said I should check out somebody that I follow, Dr. K. and Jacob. A mentor of mine. I've mentioned this on my page in a post. And he also was talking to women, our ladies, our wives, our women. And he was reminding them of the beauty they have that they need to value. If you haven't seen that post, go check Dr. K and Jacob's post. And in that post, it was basically comparing or contrasting two different women. A woman who is complaining about her boobs, that I don't have larger boobs, versus another one who says I have too much of it, I want to even reduce it. Or another woman who says my butt is too small, I need a bigger butt, I'm ashamed of my butt. And another woman said I have too much of it, I want to even do surgery to remove it. Another woman who is worried so much about her belly stretch marks and is so ashamed she cannot even dress. And another woman who says, you are even worried about stretch marks? I am worried about the marks of my surgery that I've done. I feel so ashamed of it. Another woman said, I am too slim, I don't like it. And another woman said, well, if that is your problem, mine is even something else. Basically, he was contrasting two different world views of women. And when I read the post, I was in love with it. Then God said, isn't this beautiful that this man is talking about the image of a man or a woman and how God values us. And then yesterday, another preacher man was talking about the need to understand our self-value. What do these two preachers have in common? They have one thing. They are all emphasizing the need for us to understand our true value as God intended it to be. The Bible says in Genesis 1:26 that God created us in his image. Many of us wrestle with this. We don't understand it. We think that it means that our physical look is just like God. It means more than that, actually. It means that our inner man, our spirit man, is created to look just like God or in the likeness of God, and also for us to also function. Our spirit man is supposed to function just like God. You see, I believe the truth of Genesis 1:26 about we being created in God's image, and the fact that we need to come to understand that we are worth more than we think, is the number one truth that liberated me from the shackles of poverty. I'm going to say this again. I believe the day I came to understand the mystery of how much I am worth, that day was the beginning of my liberation from all the things that held me back in life. You see, society had conditioned me, my culture, my family orientation, the environment I grew up in Choco, in Ghana, everything around me had conditioned me to feel that I wasn't worth anything. In fact, many of us today, we feel that we are not even worth anything because we are focusing on the physical outlook. You see, man is mostly attracted by the things he sees around him or the things in the physical world. So I was busy judging myself based on how I looked. And the more I looked at other people, the more I said I looked ugly. I was busily comparing myself to the school I went. And then the more I looked at the school I went, which is a government school, the more I felt that I wasn't worth anything when I compared it to people in private schools in Ghana. The more I looked at the clothes I was wearing, and I compared it to that of other people, the more I rejected myself. I rejected myself and rejected myself and rejected myself and thought I was worth nothing. In fact, when I was in junior high school, I thought I had a certain gift. I had a gift of storytelling and capturing stories. I will watch Indian movies and I will watch all kind of movies, and after watching them, God will drop a storyline in my head. And as young as I was in junior high school, I used to pick a notebook and I'll write a story. And whilst I'm writing the story, I'll be dreaming this story will be produced into a movie. It will be produced into something, a documentary or a book. I used to sit down in junior high school. I'm not kidding you guys. I used to sit down to write and to write and to write. And then after writing, I will sit back and I will imagine all the possible ways this story can be developed as a young guy. And I used to go chase movie producers. Mr. Campbell Omubuniyi, a Nigerian producer and director who came to Ghana to work with Point Blank Media Concept. If you chance on this video, please reach out to me. Point Blank Media Concept, those days located in Dansoma. Dansoma Sharp Curve, located there. I walked with my book, my notebook, stories written, and I walked there with that confidence that I had written stories and stories in junior high school that I thought could be produced into beautiful movies. And I walked to this man's office hoping to talk to somebody there to see if they can look at my story. I was so in love with the story I had written. When I got there, what happened? People were auditioning. I saw people. I saw the late Rafi, the gentleman who did the Tigo advert. That gentleman who did the chubby guy who fell from the tree, right? He was climbing the coconut tree and he fell. I understand he died, right? I saw those people there. I saw people, beautiful women who were auditioning. And guess what happened? When I saw them, a voice spoke to me. What are you doing here, young man? You are not even as beautiful and classy as these people here. What do you think? Who do you think is going to listen to you? Who do you think is going to read your story? Who do you think? What do you think your story is worth? Will you shove that thing and put it somewhere? A voice was telling me these things. Guess what happened? I never mastered the confidence. I had taken a trotro, Danfo, Matatu. I had taken a trotro all the way to this office, hoping to talk to the director and present my story to him as a young junior high school guy who had written a creative story. But when I got there, instead of me to listen to the voice from the inside that told me that I had written a wonderful story that somebody is interested in, that is great, I started listening to the voice of the enemy and the accuser, who told me I was a wretched guy and I was worth nothing, that I wasn't classy enough, that I wasn't as beautiful as those guys there who were auditioning, and so I should tack my story and put it somewhere else. And at that time, I was so young and so weak, I didn't know how to overcome that voice. I listened to it, and that voice followed me. It weakened me even when I went to senior high school. I never had that confidence to step into doing things. When I went to University of Ghana, I used to dream. I wanted to be a radio presenter. I wanted to be on radio. I wanted to come on TV and host children's program. And I will see young guys doing it. And just when I decide to do it, that voice will come again and remind me, who do you think you are? Who the heck do you think you are? That you from Choco? What do you think can come out of that? You think somebody is going to be watching you on TV? I listened to those voices. And the more I listened to those voices, the more I experienced inferiority complex, that I wasn't worth anything. Guys, many of you watching me today, know you've been wrestling that kind of thought and feeling. You've doubted yourself so much. You've compared yourself with all kinds of humans in this world, and you've put the lowest price tag on yourself, that you are not worth anything. that you don't deserve to even marry. You don't deserve to ever sit in a plane. You don't even deserve to have visas in your passport. That you don't even deserve to own a car. That you don't even deserve to do this and to do this and to smile one day. I know somebody watching me today is battling that. I want you to know I have battled it before. And even today, that voice keeps coming. It is a crisis of identity. It is a voice that reminds you of how worthless you are. And that voice doesn't come from God. It comes from the accuser. The accuser. The enemy. The Muslims like to call him Shaitan. He comes from Satan. Satan is there to remind you of how worthless you are, and how nobody cares about you, and how no man will ever love you, and how you are not beautiful enough, and how big your nose and your lips are, and your eyes are, and how much your pimples is making you look like a monster, that nobody ever wants to look at you. That your pimples are so big that when you press them, it stinks. The devil is there to remind you of all of this. I am telling you today, there is a woman who has never mastered the confidence to adore herself, because she spent the rest of her time looking in the mirror and counting the scars up from the pimples. Today, I am here to tell you this. Two men of God yesterday dropped a message, and they have one thing in common: that God values you more than you think. And that value he placed on your life is not a value on your body. It is a value on your inner man. It is a value on your spirit man. It is a value on your soul. And he said, fear not, he who can make your body look wretched and even kill your body. For such a person cannot kill your soul. Fear the man who can destroy both the body and the soul. Such is the one who owns your life. God owns your life, and he alone has control over your soul and your inner man. Nobody else. In the book of Matthew 10, verses 26 all the way to 31, there is a story of Jesus Christ comparing human life, or the value he places on humans, to that of sparrows, animals. And he said, look, even these sparrows here, even these sparrows here, nothing will happen to them without the permission of God. The God who created you said in that same verse that you are worth more than many sparrows. You are worth more than many sparrows. You are worth more than many German shepherds. You are worth more than many animals you can think of. He said you are worth more than many sparrows. He said he knows your hair by the number. Can you imagine this? He knows my hair here by the number. That's what God said. He said he created me wonderfully, fearfully. He took his time to make me. He created me well. That I was wonderfully and fearfully made. In Psalms 33 verses 15, he said he fashions a man uniquely. He fashioned the heart of man uniquely. He made all of us very unique. Psalm 33 verse 15. The day I came to realize I was worth more than I was believing myself to be, that was the day my life began changing. And I'm happy to tell you this. Some of you will never even believe what the Bible says about you. Some of you will never even believe what has been written and said about you before you were born. You need to hear somebody remind you of this. Today, I'm here to remind you that you are worth more than you think. For me, God sent Les Brown, the motivational speaker called Les Brown. He was the one God used to remind me. That day I watched a video of Les Brown, and in that video he told his story of how bad his background was and all the challenges he had in life, how he struggled to even read. His teachers told him he was worth nothing. Until one day he came to realize he was worth more than anything. And in that video he reminded me, that young man watching me, there is greatness within you. Today I am here to tell you there is greatness within you. I am not telling you there is greatness on your beauty, on your physical looks, which can fade, on your physical nose, on your face, on your body, on your breast. That's not what I am telling you today. I'm saying there's greatness within you. That day when I believed Les Brown for that, my life didn't change all of a sudden. I didn't become a rich man. I was still a poor man. But something changed inside of me. Something changed inside of me. Are you hearing me? I said I was still a poor boy. I was still a poor man. But something happened inside of me. My inner man came to life. And it was just a matter of days and years. The physical body was also going to change. Today, my life has changed because I chose to believe that I was created and I'm valuable. That God who created me for more. Can you imagine? Some of you cannot even believe you are even worth millionaires. Isn't it? Some of you can't even imagine you owning millions, huh? Hi. You serious, oh? Some of you are even worried about the fact that my name even has millionaire inside it. You know why you are worried? You cannot imagine me becoming a millionaire. Is it not so? Hi. It's true. The way we believe, the things we believe of ourselves is the biggest impediment in our way. My goodness. I am worth more than millions of dollars. I am worth billions of dollars. I'm sorry if you cannot believe this about your own self. That is the kind of person I am. That is what I believe in. Because that is what God has created me for. He's created me to be worth more than all of these material things. What do you believe in today about yourself? Who have you been listening to? What have you been listening to? Are you listening to the accuser's voice? Who is shutting you down, who came to destroy you? Who came to steal your glory? Who came to steal your shine? Are you listening to that man who is going around accusing you every day? And his job is just to condemn you. Or you are listening to the voice from God who knows you. Even if you are not a believer, I tell you this, that voice continues to speak to you. And he says, you are worth more than you think you are. Some women today think they are worthless. And so their life is nothing. Your life is not even worth a 1 naira or 2 naira or 1 Ghana cedis or 2 Kenyan shillings. And so a man will look down upon you and look down upon you. Some of you have defined your whole life into physical beauty and you put all of your hope in your body. I am here to tell you this. Place your hope in something worth more than your physical body because it can be destroyed. Place your hope in your inner body. Your inner body can never be destroyed without the permission of God. And I tell you this, God says your inner beauty has not been seen. Eyes has not seen it. Ears have not even heard it. You are worth more than you think. He loves you. And he cares for you. And he's created you more. Are you having identity crisis today? Are you going through inferiority complex? Are you experiencing all kind of negative thoughts about yourself? Are you having low self-image? Have you doubted yourself about going for that job interview because you've already thought you are not worth it? Have you doubted yourself about getting a man to ever say, I love you to you because your physical look in the mirror is telling you that you are not worth it? Are you looking at yourself and you say you don't even deserve a first class or even an economy in an airplane? I am here to remind you. Shut those negative thoughts down and look inside of you. Maybe you should go read from the source of the Creator. He says, you are worth more than you ever think. And it's not even about your physical beauty. You are worth more than you ever think. You are beautiful inside out. You need to unlock this to step into your greatness. You need to unlock this unique truth about your life to unlock your real identity and your true value. I feel so confident today about my life, not because of the millions of people who watch me, but because I believe in myself, because God has already believed in me. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will believe in you. I'm going to say this again. If you do not believe in yourself, nobody will believe in you. People will begin to take you serious only when you begin to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, and God will do mighty things through you. It's not about how you look. It's not about your height. It's not about it. Have you heard about the preacher man, Nick, who has no hands and he has no legs? That man believes so much in himself because God loves him. Have you seen a video of that man, the motivational speaker and a preacher man, born with no limbs, born with no hands, born with no legs? Even that man believes in himself. Oh, how much more you? Can you imagine that? Even that man believed in himself. I'm using the word even not to despise him. I'm telling you, even with all the physical disability he had, he believes in himself because God believes in him. And do you know he's worth many, many millions today? He owns mansion. Do you believe in yourself? Even if you don't believe in yourself, do you believe in the God who created you? That he loves you and he did not create you as a junk. He did not create you as a junk. He created you as his masterpiece, unique. I said he created you uniquely. There will be none like your type. If you walk around and you see somebody like you, take your phone and call God. Oh, when he created you, he said there will be none like you. If you ever see somebody talk like me, smile like me, do everything like me, look like me, let me know. God created me one of a kind. Believe in yourself today, my sisters. Believe in yourself today, my brothers. The struggles of the man are more than physical struggle. They are struggles of the mind. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. There is greatness within you. Les Brown taught me that truth and he liberated me. Today, I have believed in myself so much that I keep telling myself, and I have written it in my diary. My wife knows this. I tell my friends who are close to me, I said, I will own apartments. Do you know what that means? Taller buildings. I said, I will own many of them. I don't care whether you doubt me or not. I believe in my damn self. Yes, I believe in it. And it will happen. Do you know the power of belief? Everything I do today, I speak them before they happen. And it happens. Yes. Do you know how it feels? The first day I launched this channel and I created this channel on Facebook, do you know what the devil told me? He said, who the heck is going to listen to you? Do you think you even have something that somebody wants to listen to you? I'm telling you today, the devil told me, who do I think is going to ever listen to me? Is it not amazing? The kind of things he makes us believe about ourselves. Huh? He kept reminding me, this thing you are creating, who do you think is even... Some of you, you have more than it takes to even create a YouTube channel. Oh? Huh? You have been doing things that you feel like sharing, but because you've been doubting yourself, you cannot even take a step. Huh? You are not even having any belief in your own self. You can't even start. There is a lady today that does a lot of hair. You are watching me today. And God is telling you, create a Facebook, create a YouTube, and teach people how to do hair. But because you are doubting yourself, you will never do it. Oh, hi. Because you do not believe in what you are worth, you will not start that channel. I'm here to shut that voice inside you down. That negative voice that is not from God, I'm here to shut it down. I am telling you guys, when I created this channel, the devil reminded me, who do you think will ever listen to you? You, ugly guy, who do you think is going to listen to you? And I quickly shut that voice down. And I said, God is ready to give me my audience. And God has brought me every single person who follows me. Yes, I don't chase them. God brings them to me to come and listen to the message he has given me. Yes, some of you are doubting yourself today in several ways. You've never had the courage. I never had the courage to go to Radio University or University of Ghana when I was in my first year because I doubted myself. I kept doubting myself. One day God told me, go and apply and tell them you want to be a radio journalist. And I did. And I came on radio for the first time. And my uncle who is watching me, he's down there right now. He first said, when he first listened to me on radio as a journalist, he said, wow, that's my nephew. That's my nephew. Guys, that voice, we need to fight that voice. We need to fight that voice from the enemy. It's not from God. That voice condemns you. My Bible tells me, he did not come to condemn you. He came to give you more life, that you live the best of your life, to live an abundant life, to live a better life, to live a life of grace, to live a life that you blossom and blossom and blossom. He came to remind you of your value. And he wants me to tell you today, in Matthew 10, verses 26 to 31, that you are worth more than many sparrows. You are worth more than many sparrows. It doesn't matter. You may not have an education. You are worth more than anything. You may not have an education. You are worth more than anything. You may not own a car. You are worth more than anything. The value you place on your life is so important. Until you believe in yourself, nobody will believe in you. Until you believe in yourself, nobody will believe in you. Patapa, of One Corner fame, believed in himself. And when he believed in himself so well, because God said he belongs to the pantheon of celebrities in Africa, at the right time, the world heard his song, One Corner. It traveled to every corner. From Agona Swedro, it traveled to Accra. From Accra, it traveled beyond the borders of Accra and Ghana to Nigeria. People jammed to his tunes. Yes, some of you looked at him. You called him monkey. Some of you looked at him. You insulted him. Some of you looked at him and you said, who will ever marry Patapa? Aren't you ashamed today? Yes, a white woman is loving him, eh? Yeah, a white woman. You are dying, you know. You say you fine. You see him? White woman come from far away, can't take Patapa. You marry him, and you are ashamed. You are ashamed. That man believes in himself. I'm telling you today. Until you believe in yourself, you will continue to have identity crisis and inferiority complex. You will never have the courage to even sow a seed. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. I am not giving you motivational dose today. I am telling you who you are that you don't know. I am telling you you are lost and you don't even know who you are. I am telling you today that God who created you said you are worth more than anything. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in yourself? Speak to yourself this morning. I believe in me, and I believe in me because of who created me. I believe in myself because the God who created me believes in me. Say this to yourself and affirm this and write it in your diary until it becomes so real to you and it begins to change every aspect of your whole life. Believe in yourself. There is greatness within you. God bless you. This is Choco Millionaire. It is a Monday morning and it's a holiday, and it's a Thanksgiving holiday here in Canada. We are thankful for the many things God has made us for. And I wanted to come with you this morning, not with an immigration message, not with real estate message, but a message to remind you that God, who created you, values you. May your life be blessed, and may you never accept the things the enemy says to you. He is the accuser. He came to condemn you, but there is somebody who came to give you life so that you can even have more in abundance. May you share this video with your family, friends, and your friends to bless them as well. This is Choco Millionaire. Remember, you do not need more money to live a better life. You need more wisdom to make your life clear to you. And I believe with such wisdom, you will even believe in the greatness within you. God bless you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.